if you're robbing and controlling the world, you've got to have meetings. And those meetings are being coordinated through what we like to call front groups and policy shops. And at the very highest level is the Council on Foreign Relations, the Trilateral Commission, the Bilderberg Group, the Berggruen Foundation, and Dialog Society appears to be one of the highest level, encompassing the leadership of all of the rest. Now, different people attend different, meetings, different societies, but really what these groups do is they give this organized crime system, intergenerational organized crime system that is kind of running things from behind the scenes, the ability to have public, have meetings, okay? Not for the public. When I say public, I mean, people know about the meetings frequently. Now, in the case of Dialog, they were able to keep Dialog a secret for 2 decades. And so they've been having these secret meetings for 2 decades without it really becoming public knowledge until, this year when there was a leak of a small fraction of the membership list. So evidently there's been over 1,000 plus attendees, but somewhere around 200-ish have leaked out. We did a deep dive on about 140 of the 200-ish that have leaked out, focusing on kind of the most important and the ones that really make our thesis that, hey, this is, it's the banks at the top of the food chain. And the banks and the government, the government these are the people creating money out of thin air using fracture. The banks are, creating money. So the thesis is it's the banks creating money out of thin air, even though it's inflationary. And even though it steals the value out of everybody else's money, they're given this exorbitant privilege. So when you go to a bank to get a loan, whether it's a mortgage or a car loan or, loan for college, whatever it is, they're not loaning you depositor money. They just tickle the ivories. They create those digital dollars. They credit your account, and you begin, paying back a loan that they created out of thin air. Now, that process is inflationary, and the more money that the banks create, or the more money that the Treasury creates to finance these ridiculous deficits and this ridiculous spending and this ridiculous, theft that's going on in Washington, D.C., the more money that's created, well, that is inflationary, and those excess dollars begin bidding up prices, and that is increasing the price of everything from eggs to oil to housing to college education to healthcare to you name it. And so it's a hidden tax on the American people that is essentially being collected by the government that is handing it out the back door to, in many cases, the members of the Dialog Society for weapon systems that we don't need to fight wars based on lies and manufactured intelligence, either for countries like Israel, which we're doing right now, or just to sell weapon systems and to, and as a form of eugenics, keeping the populations low and keeping the country focused on anything but the fact that the government is stealing the value out of their money and impoverishing them and waging a kind of economic warfare.